my name is Jobby, and welcome to the first episode of JobbytheSlob. Now, if you couldn't tell by my audio quality, you would know that JobbytheSlob is a very appropriate title for this new series of videos. Shit. So if you guys missed my update a few days ago, you would know that I'm actually in the process of moving right now, so my room's kind of a mess, my setup is dismantled. I figured that 2 weeks of waiting is a little too long for you guys to wait for more swivels, and it's a little too long for me to go without ad revenue. So instead, what I'm gonna do is try to make... I'm gonna try making very quickly made videos, you know, stuff that's gonna take me not too long to film, not too long to edit, so I can keep the channel alive, you know? We're just gonna get it started. This figure is the Robot Damashii Unit 2, and as you can tell, it does not want to stand up. Let me just turn off this rotating table here. And before we get deep into the figure, I just want to give a shout out to the guy who sent me this. It's Brian Lau. Thank you so much, Brian Lau, for sending this to my P.O. box. This video is gonna be a mess, but if P.O. can do this, I can do it too. This design for Unit 2 is from the Rebuild of Evangelion, which is a series of remake movies. Because this is not a real backdrop, I can use this computer to my advantage. They're a retelling of the original TV show of Evangelion. And Unit 2, which is the mobile suit of, Asuka? Asuka, please, wake up, Asuka. Wake up before I come on your chest. And in the original series, Unit 2 could not get this form. This is what you call the Beast Mode. No relation to Beast Wars, of course. And it's not Asuka that activates this mode. It's actually a new character by the name of Mari. And Mari is a brand new character made for the rebuilds. She's kind of boring. Unlike all the other Eva pilots in the show, she doesn't have any deep psychological issues that we know of yet. Maybe she's relevant to the plot point where the whole thing's cyclical, but I'm not gonna get into that right now because Evangelion's crazy and I don't wanna deal with that. Let me stop rambling and let me get back to the figure. It's pretty damn good. I mean, at first when I held it, it felt very flimsy, and it is flimsy. It's not the most, you know, solid thing to ever come out, but it's really fun. And this is why the video's called JobbytheSlob, because I forgot to say something very important to my videos. The painting and the sculpting on this figure is awesome, maybe even amazing. It's kind of a shame that the armor parts are not metallic colored. Just kind of makes the figure look kind of flat and toyetic, but it makes it more anime accurate. And you do get some metallic paint on these little modified entry plugs, basically. And it should come as no surprise to any Evangelion fan that these Evangelions are not robots, and you can really see that with the organic detail right here. You know, in this beast mode, the Unit 2 literally just casts off its armor. It flexes so hard, the armor just bursts at the seams, and my friends are actually texting me about a get-together, so I'm just gonna... Still at the old house. Just a lot of boxes everywhere. This video is a fucking disaster. Obviously, this design is not gonna be for everybody. It's ugly. But it's ugly in the right way. It's really bestial, it's really feral. And with the articulation, you could really pull off some... This leg just keeps falling off. It sucks. With the crazy articulation that this figure has, you can totally make it look like a beast. It can actually crawl on all fours. And as you guys seen many times throughout the video so far, it's very hard to stand this guy up because of, you know, the lankiness of the figure. However, as you're seeing in front of your face right now, it is not impossible to stand it up, which is very appreciated. And in terms of fragility, the figure is not actually too fragile. Nothing's gonna like actually break, just, you know, minor popping off at the ball joints and all that, but you could easily place that back. The plastic is not brittle, definitely. It's made out of that weirdly high quality, kind of flexible plastic that you get in some Figma figures, if you know what I mean. Got some hand detail right there, ribcage detail, gluteus maximus detail. Evangelion's always looked freaky, but this beast mode of the Unit 2 makes it look even freakier. Fuck that mosquito, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna absolutely murder the fuck out of it with my bare hands. Viewers with holophobia, you look away because this is disgusting. But the holes are there for a reason. I see Brian Lau was nice enough to put all the other accessories in here, and we can just put this in his back. I'm not gonna spill it. It is. Okay, alright, here, alright. You get a bunch of these, and these just plug into the holes. And here we have Nightmares. It looks cool, but it also looks just absolutely disgusting. It's like a cat with its hair stood on end, you know, if the cat had cancer. Pretty damn accurate. And with all the figure's posability, you could even get the figure in that pose. kind of. So you see this really creepy clawed hand. You can actually switch that out for these spread hands. And you get 2 of them. And that don't look too bad. But that is not my favorite accessory. No. My favorite accessory on this figure has to deal with the tongue. Bustin' old boy there. You get this tongue, and that plugs right into there. Makes her look like a real goofball. But every figure, any good figure, anyway, has some swivel here. Head can move up and down. There's a ball joint here, ball joint at the pecs, ball joint at the shoulder, ball joint here. Allows for a rotation. We'll ignore that. Arm moves out. No bicep swivel. Bend at the elbow. Wrist moves up and down. And if you rotate the peg, you get some side to side. Every ball joint can do. As for the torso, ball joint here, ball joint here, ball joint here. That's gonna allow you to get arcing back and a impossible crunch. If you're into that, good for you. And before I forget, mouth can open. The upper jaw can even rotate a little bit, making her look even more like a goof. Torso allows it to move side to side, and all those ball joints allows it to go. Fuck. The more I pose this figure, the less fun it gets to pose. Ball joint at the leg, very high kick. Leg can move back that far. Hips can shift. Bit of a thigh swivel. Bend at the knee. Bit of an A swivel. Up and down at the ankle. A pivot. And a toe bend. Posability on this figure is absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, the flimsiness of the figure and the looseness of some of the parts makes it not as enjoyable as I would like. However, if you have patience with the figure, you're in for a good time. Now, if you guys had a Bandai Tamashii Nations Act 5 stand, you could always use that stand with this figure. However, my stands are in their boxes right now, and I'm a bit too lazy to dig into that pile and get it out. It's about that big. Here's, and again, all my figures are pretty much in their boxes right now. Bit too lazy to take them out. Anyway, we do have the Masterpiece Optimus Prime here in like a half-formed Gerwalk mode. And another one of Brian Lau's gifts, the Legacy of Rebuild of Evangelion, which I think I'm gonna do a fully fledged, well-produced video on this guy because there's so much to talk about here. And that's pretty much it. At this point, I usually give off some closing words, but instead of giving off some closing words that are related to the figure, you all know that this guy is pretty dang good. Let me just explain myself further for this crappy video. I want to bring out more content for you guys because if I'm not making content, I feel like shit. You guys miss me. It's a win-win for everybody. And you know, JobbytheSlob videos, they're usually going to be smaller figures like this, maybe even simpler than this figure. Oh, and before I get sued by Big Daddy Toys, while the Robot Damashii Eva Unit 2 cannot be found at the Big Bad Toy Store, the Big Bad Toy Store has a lot of other Evangelion figures that you may enjoy. They even got this little bastard here, the Revoltech Eva Unit 2 from the Rebuild. Pretty cool looking figure. And because my legal obligation is fulfilled, thank you for watching. I'm sorry you had to bear this. I will get back to making my usual produced, edited content once I get settled into my new place, but for now, it's gonna be kind of a rough road here. Let me know what you guys think of this. If you hate it, you can let me know. If you like it, let me know. If you love it, no one's gonna love this. What other figures can I review from here? That'll work.